Good morning, good evening, everyone. It is February 16th. It is 2017, and this morning it is just after 10:30 in the morning. I'm just gonna first off show you guys what I sold last night. Just a couple of small sales and a nice sized one. Uh, First off is this little capacitor, and I get these capacitors from some of the HVAC stuff that the water boilers that I take apart. And this thing here, it's actually made in Europe. I'm pretty sure it's made in Italy. I think I've looked up the name before. I've only sold this for $10. And yeah, the only place I could find that makes these is in Italy. And sure enough, the person who bought it lives in Italy. So I'm shipping that to Italy for $10. And then they paid like about $12 for economy shipping. So I'll package that up. This is a fuse key. I sold this for $20. This is for a Ryobi battery operated cordless lawnmower. So yeah, I had this with a big lot of other parts, and everyone kept on messaging me asking me just to buy this part by itself. So I made a listing for it and I sold it for $20. So that's just the key. That's like a safety key that goes into the lawnmower. You can't turn the lawnmower on without this key. So yeah, people lose that sort of stuff or it goes bad or something. This is a furnace fan blower motor. Sold this guy for $90 last night. Shipping it up today. It's going I think it's going to Alberta. And yeah, those are. I gotta keep reminding myself to make sure I test these guys because they do sell very well, and make sure I take them out because they are difficult to get out of the furnace. You gotta do quite a bit of work to get at it, so I just gotta keep reminding myself to keep going after those. Last night I did a whole bunch of listings. I went through some stuff like this. I had a whole bunch of collection of silver plate items that I went through yesterday. So, yeah, whenever I was at an auction or I find some silver plated stuff, I would just throw it into a big box, and then I eventually would go through it. So that's what I did last night. I had a huge box of this stuff. This is pretty much all of it, and so I went through it all, and I have a silver test kit that I use. That I bought off eBay. So I didn't find any silver last night. But this is mostly just like copper. So this is the stuff like it's plated copper or plated brass or plated nickel. So this stuff is just all being scrapped, unfortunately. There's really, you can part it out and make a couple bucks, but I'm just not interested in doing that. I did find a few other nicer pieces that I'm going to part out. They're just over here. I already made the listing. I just have to photograph them. So you see like these bigger trays. And like that big guy there, he's giant. So I just make sure that in the listing that I say I haven't done any kind of restoration. No restoration attempt has been made. So I make sure I say that in the listing. So yeah, that's the only thing that's the only thing out of all my silver plate items that I'm going to try and list. Or I'm going to try and sell. This is the shelf of stuff that I'm going to be taking photographs of. So yeah, this was a couple days of work that I've just been doing, not full day work, but off and on an hour here, an hour there. So what I do is that I make a listing on Turbo Lister, and I use Turbo Lister. I like that program. And then I make the listing, and then I bring the item over here. I just put it on the shelf and wait for it to be photographed. So that's how I've been doing it for the last little while. It seems to work. I try not to get too much up here because then I'll be spending like 3 or 4 hours just taking pictures and it gets a little tiresome. So this is probably a good amount to start taking pictures. And it's just a whole bunch of different things, like that tennis racket I found in the garbage last week. gas valves, candle holders, other furnace parts. That's from a washing machine. And this is another lot of toys. It's these connector toys for a car track. So I'll be doing that. And today I also have another HVAC pickup that I have to go to. And we're going to package this stuff up and we're going to go to the post office. I also wanted to mention one other thing that is nice for you guys to do. Is what I do here is I just, every time I get a nice message, I cut it out and I tape it here on the wall. It's just a nice reminder to show that, yeah, you are doing a great job and that you are doing a good service for a lot of people, because, for the average person to buy something like this at store, they're looking to spend like, I don't know, $300 on a new motor. So to spend like $90, you really are doing people a good service. And people do appreciate it, even though you feel like sometimes you get some really nasty messages. But I got a nice message the other day. It said from a customer here. He said, "I just wanted to personally thank you for the insanely fast shipping. I bought a lot off eBay, and you by far are the fastest shippers I've come across with a part I needed desperately. Thank you. I will definitely buy from you again." So that's really nice to hear. It's, if you can, the faster you ship your items, guys, that's like 80% of the customer satisfaction. Because all of my feedback, it's all about the shipping. So like this guy here, he wrote, "Fastest shipping I've ever experienced in 17 years on eBay. Thank you." And it's like, thanks for packing the VCR with such care. I wish the comment section would give more room to describe how impressed I was with your service. Great job. I have to say that I am curious how you created this box out of an old Star Choice box. This is definitely a nice skill set you have acquired, and if you would share, I would be more than happy to attain. It's kind of funny. So, definitely, guys, if you can get your item out the door fast and get it there with a lot of nice packaging, safe and secure, your customers will definitely be happy and you won't get any negative feedback. Here's one other interesting thing. This applies to eBay.ca, so eBay Canada. So they have, I just got a message here from them, and it says, "Good news for automotive parts and accessories. You can now include parts compatibility information, sometimes referred to as fitment, when you list parts on eBay.ca. With parts compatibility, you can associate a single parts listing with many possible vehicles. Your listing can then be associated with even more eBay searches, attracting more buyers and helping to generate more sales. It could also help you save money on insertion fees and reduce buyer questions. Using the parts compatibility feature is optional, but if you list vehicle parts on eBay.ca, we recommend that you include fitment information in your listings." So this is really good news. eBay.com has been using this for a long time, and so they have, they'll show you exactly what your part will fit what vehicle. So this is now eBay Canada hasn't had this and it's been a real drag when I'm trying to post stuff, because the customer always wants to know if the part fits their car. So this is really good news. I'm happy about this because I have 2 cars out of my driveway right now, and I'm going to start tearing into them in the springtime. So this is awesome. All right, it is getting a little bit later in the day. It's just about 12:30 now. I'm going to start up the truck and get going. I think I'm doing a scrap run today, but like I said, it's getting a little bit later, so I don't really want to. I don't want to miss out. Oh, looks like someone dropped off some Christmas lights. That must have been from my wife there. She must have put that there. Yeah, it's just getting a little bit later. I'm going to skip the scrapyard today. I want to do it tomorrow though because the prices are really good. And when the prices are good, I'm not into hoarding stuff. I just want to get it out the door and get it out the door and make some money on good scrap prices. I had someone asking me about my dog. Haley, come here. Yeah, so she's like a husky mix from Iqaluit, Nunavut. She's from way up north, and yeah, she's a really good dog. She has some quirks that drive us crazy, but all in all, she's a really good dog. She just stays out here all day, and she never leaves the yard. She'll sit right up there at the very end of the driveway and look after the place. But she's good. Haley, come here. So I'm gonna go. My wife is left with the kids, and yeah, so I'm just gonna leave her out here, and she'll look after the place. Hey, Haley, come on. Go. She's in a sucky mood right now. She's like, I know you're gonna leave me. Don't leave me. Hey, Haley. Haley. Oh, that's her favorite part. Oh. But she's about probably around 13 or 14. She's getting up there, but she still acts like a puppy. Go! Go! There she goes. Hey! All set to go here. And just figured I'm going to be a while. It's going to be about, I'll be going at least an hour or maybe even 2. So I'm going to bring Haley along with me. And my wife isn't going to be here for most of the day. Haley, come on. Come on. Come on. Up, up, up. Up, 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 up. There she is. Nobody's here today. What's going on? Good. They took the inducer out of that one. Looks like some goodies down there. Copper, cast, brass, cast. This is like a, I don't know. I don't know what this thing is. Maybe some sort of boiler. Take a look at it. Probably some goodies in there. And you see they also took the ECM module out of this one. Yeah, this is just mostly just scrap, this guy. A couple things at the bin today. Computer monitor. I got so many of these things and they practically always work. Remote control. It's for that monitor.
Everything within my power.
This is not something you see every day. What is this thing? Looks like we have a pig. Oh, you oinker. Oink, 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 oink. Hey, you want to come inside? Come on. Oink, 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 oink. Well, what do you want? Eh? Are you a filthy pig? Where's your owner? Hey, buddy. Well, you're definitely a farm pig. You're not a house pig. Hey, buddy. Oh. What are we going to do about you? I don't know what to do here. Big pig just sitting in the middle of the road. My dog Haley just jumped out, and they had like a little hello meet and greet. But yeah, I can't. I'm trying to get him in the truck. Come on, come on. Yeah, you know you want to come with me. Oh. Hey, don't bite. Come on, get in the truck. Well, I'll just go and run to one of the neighbors around here and see if they're missing a pig. This is what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to... The pig's following me right now. Is he? Oh, can't tell. But I'm pretty sure he belongs up to this farm up here. So I'm just going to drag... I think he's right behind me. Oh, there he is. Wait. Run along, you little pig. Oh, I don't want to scare him. He's definitely friendly. Wagging his tail. So there's just a little like apple orchard farm up here that we always like to go to. It's like I don't want to run you over, pig. It's just up here. I'm sure he belongs to them. We're Mike, the kids and the family and I, we always go over here and pick apples here. Alrighty. Pig is home safe and sound. Alright, we are back home. Wife and the kids are still out. And oh man. Really need to shovel again. Anyways, deal with that later. So, Haley had a good fun time getting a good sniff on that pig. Right, Haley? She didn't catch it on video, but she jumped out of here and had a good sniff. And a little confrontation. Come on, Haley. Oh, yes. What'd you think of that pig? Oh, no, you didn't like it, eh? Yeah. Only in your food dish. Alright. Let's go. Let's start getting at this mess. So this guy is a water boiler. This is going to be have quite a bit of good copper on it. So I'll show it to you when I take it apart. But right here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You got like all these copper rods, and they're really big and thick, and they just go with the full length of the whole machine there. It's really nice. Everything else is pretty much just scrap. There's a couple parts on the hot water tank that are good. A valve and that motor. We'll test it all out, make sure it all works proper. Yeah, and then I'll get a nice load of scrap for tomorrow. Get it all ready in my truck. Alright, so I'm just rolling along here, and I got my tools out, taking apart some stuff, and I have all my bins, lined up for wire. That's just e-waste, and then little bits of shred steel, like all the screws and stuff, and then everything else, like brass bits and copper bits, motors, stuff like that. I put in another bin. So I just finished taking all the screws out of here. I like to just keep a magnet, so I can go fast, go zip, 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 and just throw all the screws on the magnet. And then, so I got it all taken apart as much as I every time I see a screw, I just unscrew it. And then we can take a look and see what's inside of the insulation fiberboard there. Let's see here. That I'm guessing is steel. Yep, steel. Same with up here. Got some more of those little racks. Now, these are the burners. The whole burner assembly still kind of screwed in there. A couple of screws. Sure, that's going to be steel. Let's take a look. Yep, steel. This, on the other hand, if you take a look up here, those are the rods I'm telling you about. That's pure copper up there. So it's all copper. You got one. Yeah, you got about 7 of them or so, and then they're attached to this cast iron on both sides. So what we're going to do is just going to take the whole thing apart and get that out of there. And that's going to be a really good part of it. And over here we have just all cast little pieces of copper on it, like there and here. And then there's a brass thing here with copper bearing thing, and then a handful of wire, very bright. Cool, so I'm just gonna keep on going on this guy. So I just cleaned this off of just some copper pieces, and that brass thing with a little switch on it, that, you know, so I just cleaned this off, and then what I'll do, see, this is free floating now, it's just that these pieces won't fit through this opening. So what I'll do is I'll just keep it on top here with this, and I'm just going to take a Sawzall and go zip, 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 zip. Hopefully it's going to come out easy. And then once that side is done, that will be free floating. This side it'll just be free floating, and I might go inside, put this on a vise, and then do the same thing on this side. Zip, 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 zip. That should be it. We'll see how it goes. You know, it might just fall out. Like on this side, it might just fall out, but you don't know for sure. Like, it's probably wedged in there pretty good, so I'm not going to really worry too much about, you know, there might be some copper left inside here. I'm not going to worry about that. Yeah, the Sawzall blade just broke. So these things can be a pain, you know, when it breaks and you get the last little piece. What I do is I usually get like a strong magnet. These are the neo dingly dong magnets, or whatever they want to call them. And then I won't be able to do this with one hand, but so you just pull this out, use that to get that little piece out of there. Sometimes they get really stuck in there, so you gotta do something like that to get them out. To be a lesson to change your saw blades early before they break. Alright, so we got those out. So you see we're not losing very much copper. It's really shallow. It's probably about like that much of each pipe. So these are still pretty loose, or these are pretty loose. I banged them with a hammer a couple times. So you see there, I should be able to get a hammer and just, maybe I can do it on camera. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll just put these in a vise, and then I'll just maybe try and knock this thing off. It's all done. That wasn't too bad. So I just had them here with my gloves, and I just all I did was use my hands, and copper is such a malleable, soft metal. They either broke or they popped off. A couple popped out. So I brought my scale out here just for the fun of it. See how much they weigh. Pounds. Tear. One of them weighs 1.7 pounds. I don't know if I'll be able to get them all on here. Nope. One more. There we go. Almost 14 pounds. So what about this? Over $30, I guess, for all that. About whatever copper's at right now, $2.50, I think, a pound. So that's not bad. It's a nice little load. The truck is all filled up now. It's about 5 p.m. now, so I'm gonna call it a day and relax a bit. Got 2 hot water tanks, 3 furnaces, and a whole bunch of other pieces, and won't bring that, but a whole bunch of like a little fridge and water boiler. And then tomorrow I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try and get bring my wire in as well as my copper. So it's 9:30 at night, and I'm going to finish up my video for today. I just finished up photographing all my things. I had about 23 items to photograph, and this is just how I spread out those toy tracks, and so I just lay it all out along with those things, those parts. And then so after, I'm just going to put it all in the box and then just put it on a shelf and wait for it to sell. So that's done. One other thing that came in the mail today was that I ordered a couple of these from China, and they finally came in. The reason why I ordered them is because I got these phones, and they're pretty unique looking, and they're pretty neat. So they're all see-through plastic, and you know, they're old school, all see-through plastic, so they're kind of neat. But here, this is what the cord looked like. So, you know, I decided to try and list them and sell them on eBay, see what I could get. But I wanted to replace the cord first, so I got the cord, came in, and it wasn't time sensitive, so I didn't mind ordering it from China, and it would take a long time to get here. But yeah, I have another identical one here. I just took it apart. There was one small broken piece that's easily fixed. So that's so I got two of them. So they're identical. I'm just testing them out now. Seems they're a bit finicky. I hope it's just something like I start pressing 6 and it's not working. Well, I'm gonna test that a little bit further, see if I can figure that out. I had 2 sales today so far, and I might get a few more, but for now I'll just end the video and show you what I sold. This is a little switch from an appliance. I think it's a gas dryer I got this from. I've had a couple other, I think there was like a quantity of 2 for this particular switch. Anyways, I sold this for $25, and they paid and shipped right away. And there was one other thing that sold today. It was a biggie. It was a big sale. I'm pretty excited about it. And it sold while I was out and about, driving, doing the pickups. And it was one of these inducer motors. It's this guy here. So, I'm not going to take him off the shelf yet. But this is a furnace inducer motor carrier. And a bunch of other brands use this type of inducer motor. Has a date stamp of 2016, so it's just over a year old. And I made the sale today, $250 for this guy. So it's one of the biggest sales I've made. It's not the biggest one, but it's definitely up there in the top 10, I'd say. I think the most expensive thing I sold, it was a sewing machine. I think it was like just shy of $500. Yeah, I was really happy about that. I mean, I knew I was going to sell. It was just a matter of time. It was a great motor. It's sought after. It's a sought after replacement part. And you know, it's one of those things like heat. You need to heat your house. People need to keep their furnaces going. It's essential, really. So it was just a matter of time before that guy sold. So I'm really happy about that. It's a great day. Got lots of copper, lots of scrap. So, you know, things are looking up. But, yeah, I'm just getting all of the listings. I'm just doing my turbo lister right now. See, I just got a couple errors. I got to fix those. But I'm just uploading 23 new listings right now. And that's quite common. I'm always listing every day, and just goes to show you guys, you saw me waking up early in the morning, and right now it's 9:30 at night. Like, I just don't stop. I don't stop working, and it goes to show that I really like this job, but to make it a full-time job, it's really a lot of hours all day, every day. Kind of drive my family crazy at times, but they know that I really like this, so they are very supportive. But they're kind of like, oh, can you take a break sometime, please? So I'll end my video now. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and stay tuned for more. Take care.